The little NBA has seen its share of locations. Surprisingly, some have been located off campus.
Well, the little NBA, I think, began to play in the old O'Keefe building. And I believe that they had to sneak in when one of the other real teams was not using it. And they had to sneak into the showers when the real team members were not using it and so forth. So I think that they probably deserve most of the credit anyway, because they opened up the way for the Georgia Tech old guys to get together and play basketball. When I joined the little NBA, it was in the old SAC, the Student Athletic Center, which was completely underground. And this was before the Olympics, before Georgia Tech was the Olympic Village.
There was an indoor court that was next to the Armory. When everything on campus was closed once, well, they played on an outdoor court. They played at Georgia State for a while when everything was closed. They actually set up a shuttle to take everyone to Georgia State to play. And then one time they had so much trouble finding something that one of the players who had a court at his home actually invited everyone to come over and play.
We improvised. We devised, plan B and plan C, and sometimes we would show up at somebody's house. So that's kind of another reminder of how important this was, because if SAC, the Student Athletic Center, was closed for whatever reason, we were in shock. We were just withdrawal symptoms and everything else.
As far as I know, they definitely spent some years playing outdoors, so those guys from past generations were a lot tougher than I am.
Now, whenever they were doing renovations to SAC, which was often because it was an old building, we were desperate because, of course, our court was being taken away, or we couldn't get into the court. Then finally, when the Olympics were awarded to Atlanta and Tech was going to be the village, the Olympic Village, all these facilities were, of course, renovated, and SAC was demolished, and the new athletic center, which is an amazing structure itself, was built. And so the little NBA, the fact that we had these very luxurious facilities, that didn't stop us from showing up. So we continued to play in the new facility, which is still standing today. And it was kind of strange to take the elevator up to the top floor to play basketball, but that didn't stop us either. We would still show up.
With the move to the CRC, a tradition of the association had come under fire.
So my understanding is that it's always been shirts and skins, and they said that the CRC has rules against going shirts and skins, and so they have this sort of waiver for the NBA that they can do that, and I don't know, it has kind of an old school feel to it, I guess, and I don't know, it's, I don't normally run around without a shirt on, but I'm cool with it for the sake of basketball. Every once in a while, you get pretty scratched up on your torso, but stuff happens. I had my side torn open with a fingernail, actually, that I still have a scar from. So.
Yeah, that's a unique thing. Obviously the policy is that you've got to have shirts, tennis shoes, and pretty much stay fully clothed, except for noon ball. At the noon game, it's always been that way since I've been there. I think it's kind of a grandfather clause in that everyone knows that shirts and skins. And now for me, it's difficult, like playing other pickup games. I'm like, wait, we're not going shirts and skins. It's just kind of become ingrained as part of the game that you get there, you get picked, and all right, hey, you and you, your shirts, and you guys are all skins. So I think it's just the unspoken policy that allows us to continue playing that way.